To Don Terrace, 10 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, November 10th, 2023. We were John C. Roseman, California. I said this is the second video. The other one I'm leaving for Disney, and I'm going to send that one over to you. I'll get my Google up here and get the YouTube up. I'll load it up there. But I can tell you one thing right now, Don. I'm having an issue. A while ago, I know you were dealing with a personal issue of yourself. And I'm not quite sure how you're dealing with that one. And I'm not talking about what's happening with your innards, dude. Except the only innard I'm looking for is in here and in here. Some anniversaries are coming up and holidays are coming up when it's more of a challenge for me dealing with it and coping with it. I'm glad that you got family member to work with it. Going through the process sucks, dude. I've been going through it all day. My brother was a vet. He didn't die in Vietnam, but he had served the Navy. And sorry, I'm still trying to fight the roller coaster. You must have felt it in your own way. Holiday season's coming up and it's playing havoc with my system here too. That's why I constantly do my videos when I can. A diary of the graver named John Weaver. And add a little personal tagline which is not posted. I'll go, me. You notice in the cabinet on my left, bottom shelf, where the pictures are. The top shelf is where they reside. Yeah, it gets closer to the holiday, it's getting worse and worse. I'm hanging. I have to keep talking about this thing. I have to keep on it. Don, I've seen grief when it eats up a person. It ate up my mother a great deal while in her older age. How else would you want to call your mother? I never did that to insult the living crap out of her. She'll take a few insults, but then she'll give a lot of them out. She was a tough old broad. And my brother was just as tough, and he was trying to keep all of his pain and grief inside when Ma died. I did a tribute to Ma. I'd seen them done in the service once. You make video pictures and then you get music attached to them and create that kind of video. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. Took me about a couple of weeks, I think, to get one for Ma. And after it was done, I showed my brother it. And he damn near had a conniption fit. He didn't explode. He should have exploded, but he didn't. And the conniption fit was when he got deathly quiet. He says, "It's wonderful. Don't ever show it to me again." He didn't like to show his pain all that much. I mean, it's one thing him having physical pain, but when it comes down for his emotional pain, he was never good at that one. He always had to hold it in because he's the first. He was firstborn. And he has dealt with a lot of pain in his life. A lot. I thought he was the strongest bastard around. He held his pain in. But I also saw how Ma was holding her pain and it damn near destroyed her. Always a lot of stress and pressure on her. Last several years of her life kept going into the hospital so many times that she just gave out. Dave was instant. I don't know what the hell happened behind the ambulance between here and the hospital. It was about 15 miles away. We have life support people to take him over to the hospital. We got Hall ambulance service out here, and these guys are on top of their game. And God, it was killing me just seeing that. I saw my brother being hauled into the back of the ambulance. And then I see him in the emergency room as a slab of meat. A slab of meat. How does that grab you? Because that sure as hell didn't grab me, my friend. It didn't. It was the hardest damn thing. While I'm dealing with you on the video here, I'm trying to get YouTube to work with me so I can get things started. I gotta get something written up over here. Give me a second. Put you on pause for a second. I just sent it in for processing through YouTube. Once I get it processed, I'll send you the link. So it's got to go through what it's got to go through right now. I can't tell you how this holiday for Veterans Day is tearing me apart. I mean, I made a lot of videos about my brother, what he did in the Navy, what he was. And a lot of more videos out there on how the hell he means to me a great deal. I know you haven't made much about your father. Don, don't take offense, please. Consider yourself fortunate. Consider yourself fortunate. At least you had a father figure out there to guide you along, even though they may have been different stages in your life. But feel lucky and feel blessed that you actually had a father to do that. I had uncles I looked up to a little bit, but I had my big brother who was struggling like crazy that I looked up to a great deal. I consider myself fortunate and blessed and forever in pain in this lifetime for losing him. It's about 5 years ago in September 8th, 2018. I cover it from time to time, but I also know what kind of a trigger it is. In my head, there are many triggers that are relating to everything else. You look at a spider web and you see how it's constructed. Well, a thought patterns of mine regarding grieving and mourning and feeling miserable as hell. That's how I'm dealing with it right now. I'll probably send this one over to I'll send this over to you through your email. I know you're buried alive like crazy. And right now you're getting a hell of a lot of comments being buried alive for your morning video. But I'll bury a link in there too as soon as it's done processing. It'll take it some time. I can tell you from one griever to another griever that holidays come up, other days that are so important that come up, and they hurt like hell. There are some days I'm still struggling with just dealing and coping with it, and it's not that easy. At least not for me anyway. You know, over here in Rosamond, we have the traveling wall. I think I said that before. They had a police escort across the Antelope Valley. It was something to see. I missed it. I was seeing some of the comments online about it. Anyway, some of the comments I'm seeing right now concerning about what you were talking about, man. Either wokeism or they're just going nuts over the thing. Um, they're trying to tell you that the foreign people, well, the foreign parks out there, other than American, they have other resources to maintain their particular parks. Now here we got to deal with politics. So I know you're a little. I know you're still hooked in with the travel industry and Disney park aficionado. I knew a guy like that once. His name was Jerry. He used to be part of a traveling, be a part of a travel agent company called Bull Rush Travel that was out in the San Fernando Valley a long time ago. He loved Disneyland, but Eisner was making changes, and then they had Iger. He couldn't deal with the changes, especially when they had to deal with handicapped, and he was handicapped. Pissed him off enough where he gave up his annual passport. I don't know if he ever went back over there or not. I know my brother had. At one time, my family had actually annual passports. And at times when we were able to afford it, we went to Disneyland and had fun. My brother and I, every New Year's Eve, well, for several years, from 2000 to 2001, I think, and we saw Disneyland Anaheim in its magical form in New Year's. Actually, New Year's Eve through. Actually, New Year's Eve through New Year's. Somewhere in my collection of pins, I've got a annual passport pin. And I had to reclaim mine through eBay. A long time ago, I had to sell my pins. Financial situations happening. You look at the pins as commodity. But some of the pins I got back that I sold off. They're memories to me, Don. They're memories. Hang on, I gotta get another video going on. This is just the emotional roller coaster is tearing me apart. Forgive me, my friend. I'm becoming a blithering and blathering idiot right now. I'm sorry.